Researchers have been amazed at the mathematical knowledge that is encoded into the Great Pyramid.
When you look at its alignment, it's aligned very, very close to true north.
Even the placement has aroused great interest among Egyptologists.
And according to the ancient texts and the ancient traditions, this knowledge was given to our ancestors by the gods. If you take the location of the Great Pyramid as a coordinate, this number sequence of this coordinate matches exactly the speed of light traveling through space, measured in meters per second. This is amazing stuff.
Let's start with one of the biggest mysteries. They were built over 4,500 years ago. The Great Pyramid of Giza is constructed from over 2 million limestone and granite blocks, each weighing between 2 to 15 tons. What's astounding is how these blocks fit together so precisely, with gaps so thin you can barely slide a sheet of paper between them. The pyramid's alignment with the cardinal directions is nearly perfect, and some theories even suggest it was built using an understanding of pi in the golden ratio. The Great Pyramid's mean socket level, when converted to ancient Egyptian measurements, translates to 365 cubits. This number correlates closely with the number of days in the solar year, suggesting that the ancient Egyptians had a sophisticated understanding of the solar calendar, long before the Julian calendar was established.
Great Pyramid was built with a level of technological sophistication far in excess of anything that we have today. They don't use the inch as we normally have it in the English system. It's the cubit. And what's interesting about this cubit is that it is exactly 1/25 millionth of the polar diameter of the Earth, meaning the distance from the North Pole to the South Pole of the Earth. Chop it up into 25 million pieces, there's your cubit. It's perfect.
When scaled up, the dimensions of the Great Pyramid correspond to the Earth's circumference. The circumference of the Earth is about 40,075 kilometers. It can be argued that the pyramid's design reflects this global measurement. This connection to the Earth's circumference suggests that the builders possessed advanced knowledge of geometry and mathematics. Now, this is where things get a little wild. Some historians and theorists believe that the Egyptians had an understanding of natural energy that's beyond our knowledge today. Pyramids like those at Giza sit on sites with strong geomagnetic activity, and it's suggested they might have even tapped into this natural energy in some way.
Using these technological principles, which are based on implosion rather than explosion. This is a generator that has no moving parts. It's all based on geometry. Resonance frequencies, everything vibrates. If we had an electric razor, we plugged it in, turned it on, set it on this table, bzz, it's going to move around, isn't it? Everything vibrates at a frequency, and if you know that frequency, you can control things.
I mean, would it be fair to say that there's an element of a rediscovery of a
Yes.
lost technology from the past?
I think it would be fair to say that, yeah. And this is diagramming all the frequencies of the elements and what their vibrational frequencies are and the numbers that measure those frequencies. And they're all the numbers we get from looking at these ancient traditions.
The Egyptians believed in an intricate afterlife, and their spiritual practices were tied to their architectural achievements. They constructed the pyramids as resurrection machines, specifically aligning burial chambers and shafts with certain stars to guide the pharaoh's soul to the heavens.
That the ancient Egyptians say that about 25,000 years ago, the gods lived amongst them. Then they disappeared again. What the pyramid texts are saying is that we, the ancient Egyptians specifically, of course, are able to reach the gods again. For this we have to die, but once we're dead, we're able to join the gods once again.
The myth of Osiris, a god of death and rebirth, exemplifies how central the ideas of immortality and reincarnation were in Egyptian culture. Rituals dedicated to him became prominent, guiding the evolution of their funeral rites and further demonstrating how their religious worldview was woven into daily life and scientific endeavors. So, did the Egyptians possess lost knowledge? Or could their achievements have had otherworldly origins? Their advanced medicine, precise architecture, and cosmic insights suggest a connection to forces they viewed as divine. Through rituals and carefully aligned structures, they aim to transcend earthly limits, guiding souls to the stars with gods like Osiris and Khepri. Some even believe they might have been inspired by beings from beyond our world, passing down wisdom that shaped their civilization. Were they truly tapping into lost knowledge, connecting with gods, or perhaps even visitors from the stars? Share your thoughts below after you like and subscribe, of course.